Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been seeing all your comments on TikTok asking me for reviews analysis for this one. So today, it's finally happening. But before we get into that, don't forget to check this exclusive discount for it. You can find the link in both the video description and the top comment below. Now let's not delay any further and jump right into the details. So, I picked up this generator in early November 2022 for about $458, and with tax and delivery it landed around $494. At that price, I swear you could almost call it a steal. If you can wait for prices to dip, you can save a lot. If your house has a 30-amp twist lock connection, this is about the biggest generator you should buy, because a 7,500-watt unit can push roughly 31¼ amps at 240 volts. Bigger isn't always better when you're feeding a home panel. This generator showed up on time undamaged with a fully charged battery and started on the first push of the button. A few things stood out in the practical bits of use. The wheels aren't the rubber tires they look like in the photos. They're plastic, more like kids riding toy wheels. They roll okay on bearings and a sturdy axle, but the lack of real tire grip does knock your confidence a bit when you're maneuvering it around a driveway. As some others noted, the frame's bolt threads for the feet aren't perfectly cleanly cut. 3 out of 4 bolts went in fine, and the fourth gave me a moment of trouble. A trick that helped was to thread it in from the top and run it through, a quick way to reform the thread from the opposite direction. They do throw in a wrench for assembly, and if you have a 10mm socket with an extension, you'll speed things up considerably. There's also a simple spark plug wrench that works in a pinch. The oil instruction in the quick start guide is a bit vague. The entire bottle brings the oil to about 2/3 up the dipstick, which is exactly where it should be. The funnel is a little short, which makes pouring awkward, but it gets the job done. The manual is well written and thorough. It even covers unbonding the neutral from ground, which matters if you're powering a house. Do be aware that unbonding the neutral disables the ground fault interrupter on the 240-volt receptacles. If you want the GF I-function back, you'll need a bonding plug. Open frame generators are loud. Standing right next to it is a roar, though inside the shop it settles to a dull hum. It's not the kind of thing you take camping or to a campground. For a home outage though, it's bearable. Fuel capacity is generous at 6.6 gallons, which means longer run times between fills, but the gauge on the tank isn't perfect. Mine sat near empty longer than I'd expect, then jumped when I topped up. Stabilizer is a good idea, and letting the carburetor run dry before shutoff helps. Build quality feels solid aside from the wheels. The frame is heavy duty, the handle is padded, and the front panel is cleanly laid out. The battery tray does vibrate a bit, which is a small worry over time. Voltage sits around 240 when unloaded and holds steady under load. Frequency hovers a bit, 62.3 Hz without a load, which is a hair off, but it settles towards 60 when under real load. The total harmonic distortion is higher when you push it to the limit, so this isn't ideal for sensitive electronics, but for a workshop or power tools it's fine. All told, this is a solidly built, capable generator for its size and price. If you're aiming for a full home backup and you can tolerate the weight and the noise, it delivers. If you're chasing whisper quiet operation, you'll want something smaller or an inverter unit. I'd buy it again at the right price and keep it in reserve for those storms when power matters most.